Alright guys, so I'm going to take you into Lowe's and get the fungicide. I want to apply the same thing that you apply. I don't want to tell you to go get something that's unaffordable or just something I know you wouldn't do. So let's go into Lowe's. So it's not that crowded out here. So one of the reasons I like coming to Lowe's, if you look up the Lowe's app, look over here in this corner. When you're scrolling and you don't know much about lawn care, they'll tell you what's trending at that time. So like the fungus control is trending, and at this moment the weed and feed by Scott's triple action is trending. So that's why I like them. This is the last bottle I got here right on time. Nothing else is in here. It's $22. This is the easiest to apply. All right, covers 5,000 square feet, but I will tell you, if you have a fungus, this is not for 5,000 square feet. It's more like 3,500. Now, if you're trying to prevent one, 5,000 square feet. But let's go ahead and get this Scott's Disease X. I don't normally buy this brand. You can rotate this in and out, but I'm just gonna stick with the Bio Advance right now. It's about $3 cheaper. Covers 5,000 square feet. Right now, I'm finna give you some free game. When you putting down that fungicide, get you a bag of Ortho Bug Clear or whatever one you want. All right, the reason I like the Bug Clear because it's 16,500 square feet and it controls up to 6 months versus the Spectricide, which is 12.5 and only controls up to 3 months. So both are pretty much the same price. You may find the Spectricide on sale for $3 cheaper, but get this and let me tell you. All right, here's why you should get the insect control at the same time. Because guys, remember, I'm making these videos for people who are new to lawn care, even the pros or whatever, but mostly for the people who are new. If you don't know, like if you truly have a fungus or if it's a subterranean insect eating your grass or something like that, you can cover yourself both ways. All right, the formula I'm talking about normally lasts, they say it lasts 6 months, but I say 3 or 4. But long story short, if you put that down along with the fungicide, same day application, even though you may have to do it separately, you decrease the chances of your yard not looking good. A lot of people will be putting down fungicides, and true enough, you need to put it down, but it's not mandatory. But most people will do it if they just want to make sure they have a great lawn. Now, understand, when you put down that fungicide, that's not for the whole season. That fungicide generally lasts 20, 30 days. So you may have to reapply again. It's going to be up to you. It can get costly, but you know, you got to pay the price. No, what is it? You got to pay the cost to be the boss. So you want the better looking lawn. That's why I recommend you put down the insect control and a fungicide at the same time and make sure that you get both of them watered in. So let's go ahead and install this fungicide. Applying this stuff is pretty easy. Guys, it says it covers up to 5,000 square feet. That's if you don't have a fungus. If you do, a little bit less. But what you need to do is look on the back of these bags. And generally, they're all just going to have the Scott's fertilizer. It is what it is, guys, because they're assuming that's all you're going to buy. But the spreader settings are back here on the back of the bag. If you have a fungus, go with the higher rate. If you don't, go with the lower rate. All right, I have a Let's Go, so I'm going to put mine on 12. The area right there is roughly about 5,000 square feet. All you have to do is make sure your hopper is closed. Put it in your spreader. Let me show you. All right, guys, this is a product that you should not be saving. Don't leave any in the bag. Pour it all out there. Even over apply it if you have to. It's not going to hurt your yard, but don't start trying to save this stuff. That insect control. I'm going to touch it with my hand. Stay out the comments about me touching it with my hand. But the BYD smell test, it doesn't really have a stinky smell at all. So what it is do now is just apply it to the yard evenly, guys, evenly. So this liquid right here, guys, make sure you shake it up real good. Don't leave out the store without that seal being in there, all right? Make sure it's not leaking before you squeeze it. Make sure ain't no juices in that and skeeting out of it. All right, hook this up to your water hose. Let me show you. It's real easy to do. This is how you turn it on and off. That's the safety tab. You got to pull that off before you start. Take your water hose, screw it in. All right, and make sure it's tight, but you don't want to break it. All right, squeeze it till you can't squeeze it no more. Next, turn on the water. Let me show you this one. It's kind of dripping, but to turn it on, you push it that way. Now the old ones, I think they used to pull back. Turn it on, and it'll start coming out. But I want you to look. There's a meter on the back of this. All right, and what you have to do is evenly apply this over 5,000 square feet, guys. So you got to measure your square feet. You can't just go start spraying and praying, guys. You spray 10,000 square feet, it's not going to work like it's supposed to. All right, so now we got that measured off, basically. What I do, I like to walk back and forth, go walk backwards and go side to side with it. All right, it's gonna work better if you got somebody pulling your hose while you're filming, but I don't have anybody. All right, this is not a product that I'm trying to have stuff left over. Use it all up, guys. Even if you over apply, this fungicide is not going to hurt the lawn. Let me show you this too. You see as I'm spraying, that meter has went down. These bottles go pretty fast, guys. You're just gonna have to pace yourself. There's no miles per hour walking, all that crap. All of it's different depending on how much pressure is coming out your spigot. Just note that you need to apply this evenly over 5,000 square feet. Good thing with the liquid, you don't have to water this in. It's gonna automatically absorb through the leaves, and it's gonna start working pretty much instantaneously. You can water it the next day, your yard doesn't matter. With the granular is not going to work unless you water it in, and you need to water it in thoroughly so it can go down into the roots, to the root zone, and then the plant will uptake it into the plant. This is pretty much instantaneous, guys. So that's how you do the bio advanced fungicide control. You need to be applying that now, guys. June, end of May, well, mid-May, really. Mid-May, June, depending on where you live at, guys. Starting May, June, and July only lasts about 20 to 30 days.